How are you doing? Oh my gosh, it's seen way too much of me. We're going up a bit and down a bit. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're going to be doing a whole presentation here on a six-figure strategy for spirit-driven souls who are ready and determined to actually create wealth doing what they're born and called to do. So I'm trying to do this on both Instagram and Facebook, so bear with me, but I think we'll just get going here. We're going to start by singing an affirmation because, as we know, come on, we're spirit-driven souls, right? We need to get our head in the right place if we're going to make the results or get the stuff that we want. So this week we've been talking about being a clear channel, okay, for prosperity and for abundance. One of the things about being a clear channel is the fact that you actually have to do the freaking work. One thing I see with spirit-driven souls sometimes is this feeling, and we're going to talk about that today in this presentation, this feeling that, oh, well, if I'm doing my purpose work, then of course it should just be easy and I should just, pray about it and maybe beg and plead God to send the right people to me and then everything will just somehow work. And you know what, to begin with, for some people, at the beginning of their business, everything seems to be so easy peasy lemon squeezy and they're sure they're on track. And then because they haven't taken the time to actually build out a marketing machine, they haven't done any of the actual work, then things start to drop off, they start to lose heart. This is going to give you a plan here, okay? It's going to give you a plan. Use it, actually use it to progress your business, okay? I do believe I am very much for spirit-driven people waking up to their purpose, for goodness sake. Wake up to your purpose. There's a reason that you're here with that particular dream in your heart. Will you please get on and do it? So if you're on Instagram, you can see me live. If you're on Facebook, you can see the presentation. So if you want to see the presentation, go over to Facebook. If you want to see me, come over to Instagram. Here we go. So it's Business Hero Bootcamp. It's a step-by-step plan to take you from business zero to attracting all the customers, clients, recruits you need as a business hero. But we'll start by singing the affirmation. I am a clear channel. I am a clear channel. I am a clear channel for prosperity. I am a clear channel. I am a clear channel. I am a clear channel for abundance. I win, I am born to win. I win, I win. I am born to win. I win. Okay. So that is our affirmation. We're winning, and we're starting to do the stuff that needs to happen. Ooh, there we go. To bring our businesses to life, okay? So here we go. I'm going to look at the affirmation thing here. The presentation thing here. So if you see my computer, that's why. I'm going to be talking to you guys and everybody listening. Okay, so we're talking about a step-by-step plan for taking your business from business zero to business hero, ultimately getting the customers, the clients, the recruits that you actually want in your business. So here we go. If you want to see the presentation, take yourself over to Facebook. So what are we going to cover? We're going to cover how to grow a successful life and business, regardless of where you are starting from. We're going to cover how to transition from your job or from a misaligned business where you're just doing stuff because you thought it would make you money, but you realize it's not actually making you money as quickly as you thought it would because you're out of alignment with the thing that you're actually here to do. And we as spirit-driven people, we can't just do stuff for money. It sounds attractive, but the truth of the matter is that we can't. So if you try to do that, it's only a matter of time before you find out that everything seems stagnant and stuck. Okay, so we're going to talk a little bit about how making that transition. We're going to talk about the ugly little secret that separates world-class, super successful business heroes from clueless business zeros. We're going to talk about 3 crazy simple things you need to do every day to make money now. and the 5 profit-killing mistakes that you're probably making that you could avoid. We're going through a lot today, okay? We're going through a lot today. You're going to you'll also find out how you can get an 8-week plan that starts to work the moment you apply it to make you money, okay? But not just money, fulfillment. Yes, okay. Here we go. Who is this for? It is for determined, spirit-driven souls. It is for, I don't care what business type you're in. If you're someone who knows that you're here to make a difference and to change people's lives with the stuff that you're doing or putting out there in the marketplace, then this will help you get in front of more people, for absolutely certain. It is for people looking to transition, just like I did, out of being a pharmacist or out of your career or your job into your own business, because you're done with the cap on your income and you're done with doing stuff that you don't necessarily align with, but you feel you have to do because everybody does that stuff. Well, this is for you. It's going to give you a plan to step away from doing things you don't really want to do and get you doing the things you do want to do. As long as you're willing to put at least 90 minutes a day into building your own highly profitable business, then this will work for you. Okay, here we go. Who am I? Rosemary, Nonny Knight, prosperity minister to spirit-driven souls, helping people determined to make at least $5,000 in their own businesses. If that is you, then yeah, hey, great. I am Rosemary Knight. I was born in the UK, all of that stuff. Who cares about all of that story? Ultimately, I was that person that dabbled at business for a long time, okay, until finally I said yes to my purpose, said yes to doing the things that I'm born to do. I was a pharmacist and transitioned out of being a pharmacist and more than replaced my income. And I've worked with other clients to do exactly the same thing, get them out of doing stuff that they don't really want to do but felt that they had to do, because we all bought into this whole concept of how success is supposed to look like, instead of actually listening to ourselves about what is it that we're here on this planet to do right now, and then choosing to figure out how to actually monetize that. But we did it the other way around, as in people told us, no, in order for you to make money, you have to do these certain things. In order for you to be successful, you have to do these certain things. And for me, one of the things was that I could either become a pharmacist, a doctor, a lawyer, or an accountant. Okay. In the end, I chose pharmacy, but it didn't feel good to me. But I would have done it thinking, it's just one of those things that you do, right? Except finally, depression, bankruptcy, and then I finally said yes. So I hit rock bottom. And in fact, I had to go deeper than rock bottom, because I got to bankruptcy first. And then 4 years later, after 4 years of depression, I finally realized that actually nothing had changed, and that if anything was to change, it was going to come down to me, okay? So that was me as a pharmacist on the presentation there. I was wondering when my life was going to begin. And I finally made the decision to get into business on my own. And that's when I had my 3 awesome princesses. And I realized that I wanted, well, they became my reason. They became my why, my reason to figure this stuff out, okay? And so I did. I went into property. In 18 months, managed to replace my income, won myself a Porsche Boxster, as you can see right there in the picture. And it made me realize that once I really set my mind to doing something, it is absolutely possible. The question is, am I set in my mind? And that's a question I would ask you as well. Are you set in your mind to actually make this thing work? Or is it just a fantasy? Is it just something that maybe you'll do if it feels convenient or something along those lines? Because a lot of people do that when it's convenient. And I did that too, you know. If it's convenient, then I'll do it. And if it's not, then I'll stop. Because hey, after all, I'm a pharmacist, right? That's your choice, okay? You get to choose whether you're going to settle for the average existence or you're going to actually go for the exhilarating adventure that life can be, okay? So winning that Porsche Boxster for me definitely changed things. But in order to win the Porsche Boxster, of course, I had to work my ass off, basically, to get there. So anyway, today, what I want to do is give you guys a blueprint for growing a 6-figure business, okay? And so listen in. Here we go. First and foremost, the first thing you want to figure out here is, who the heck are you? Who the heck are you? We've all been trained in some ways to blend in and just be whatever people want us to be, you know, whoever defined you. Hello. It's almost like there's spirit-driven people that tend to be a bit more self-aware, but even then, there's a limit to your self-awareness. that you, when it comes into your business, you start looking to see what everybody else is doing and then try to come up with some kind of strategy that kind of looks a bit like everybody else without taking the time to define who the heck you choose to be in the marketplace. There's a part of you that doesn't feel as though you can be all of you. And so therefore you start to hide yourself. Well, no, the first part of anything that we're going to do as spirit-driven people is literally that we figure out what is it that we feel called to do, because the world has definitely told us that we cannot do that. Almost definitely, okay? Some of you, maybe some of the stuff you want to do is quite regular. But if you're anything like me, a singing business coach, basically that wants to also talk about connection with source and at the same time how to build a business, then you might find that you start to wonder, is there room for me in the marketplace? Well, this is the thing. There's room for you in the marketplace if you decide that there's room for you in the marketplace. If you decide to own fully who the heck you are, rather than just chasing the money, because for most of us, we find that the money is not enough of a motivation to keep going. I'm not saying that we don't make lots of money. I'm saying we make lots of money, but money happens as a result of fully owning your true design. Let's put it that way. And that's the way I always think about it with clients. If money happens, not because it's the focus of everything, it's because you've decided you're going to create a heck of a lot of wealth, but you've also decided that you're going to be fulfilled. You're going to do what you feel called to do. You're not just going to do things because it seems like a good idea. No, you're going to define who the heck you are, and you're going to get very clear about it. And then you're going to get out there into the marketplace and decide that you're going to figure out how to monetize what you want to do, rather than you trying to do what they tell you have to do. And I know for me, it was a big journey to get to the point where I don't care. I'm going to be singing on my guitar. As you can see, I started this with a song, and I've created albums, I've written books, I've helped people with their businesses, and I decided my niche. I decided what it is that I'm going to do in the marketplace, and I decided I was going to find the people that I was going to do it with. So you get to do that. Am I telling you that it's going to be easy peasy lemon squeezy? No, you're doing something slightly different. I call you a new breed leader, where you're combining both the intuitive side of you with the very practical side of you. So yes, it can sometimes feel as if you're trying to make room in a dark place. And so the temptation is to, let me just find the easiest thing that this person over there said will definitely make me money. And so and I can tell you right now, it's a waste of time. It is a waste of time. I've done that. I did it many, many times. And really all I should have done is just decided what I wanted and just gone after it. Basically, that's it. Because it takes you the same amount of time to build a business you don't much like as it does to build a business you do like. So why not? And the same with life, sometimes people are scared to transition out. It's like when I was a pharmacist, you're a bit scared to transition out to being a pharmacist because you're telling yourself, oh, I don't know, I've worked so hard to get here. It takes the same amount of energy to maintain a life or to build a life that you don't even love. So why the heck not build one that you do? If we think about it logically, you'll realize that you're just giving energy to the wrong thing, and that's why it's still alive in your life. So why not give energy to something you want? Come on now, let's think about some of the things that we do here. So yes, the first thing is to determine what is it that you want to do. Stop telling yourself you can't do it. Stop filtering yourself. And I better carry on, also I'll never finish this. So and yes, I've already kind of talked about this. How do you want to serve people? How do you want to serve people? Define yourself. Define what you feel people need to hear from you. We are people who feel called to change lives. How do you want to change lives for real? And it can be regular stuff. It can also be unique stuff. We live in a day and age where there's room for you if you will stay the course. I mean, our parents used to think that the idea of somebody making money from playing video games was impossible, but people are doing it right now. Okay, people are doing it right now. All these YouTube people showing you how to. My children are watching Minecraft stars, for goodness sake. It's like, Minecraft. Are you kidding me? So somebody's sitting there playing a video game and they're getting paid for this. And this is stuff that we didn't think was possible. So when you start judging yourself and telling yourself that you can't do the things that you really want to do, really what you're saying is that I will not try to do the things that I want to do. Instead, I will look for what is a definite surefire thing, which isn't. Okay, you'll find out soon enough that how long can you keep doing something you don't want to do? Really, especially if you're transitioning out of a job you didn't really like, and then you're going to start a business you don't really like. Are you kidding me? Okay, so ultimately, how do you want to serve people? How do you want to change lives? How do you want to make a difference? Define it. Define it. Get clear on it. Stop filtering it. this is what I would like to do. This is what I feel people need to hear. This is my product. This is my service. This is my whatever. I don't care. Just decide. Decide. You're the one that gets to decide this stuff, okay? And then you want to get people's attention, okay? I know some of this stuff goes without saying, but sometimes we spirit-driven people, there's sometimes this feeling, and I said this already, where people kind of do this thing of, well, you know, I'm called to do this work, to learn any of the actual stuff on how to market myself. No, I just pray hard about it and affirm. Oh yes, if I pray and affirm, then yes, I'm gonna be rich. or not, because some of us, hey Fola, how you doing? Or some of us, or some people, it's the opposite way. You don't think you're going to be rich because you're spirit driven. There's a part of you that thinks, no, I'm not going to be rich because the divine does not allow me to be rich. And so therefore I can't make money. I should just give everything away for free. And so it's either side, man. And it's like, come on, people. We are the ones that get to determine, how do you want your life to play out? How do you want your life to play out? You're the one that gets to choose this stuff, okay? And then you tell, because I'm very much for being connected to the divine, and you're sharing your vision. And the truth is, I believe that we're created with a particular vision anyway. So why then? Anyway, we'll talk about some of this stuff more. But for now, we want to get people's attention. Okay, we live in a day and age of social media. In fact, let me see what comes next here. So how do we get people's attention? So you've decided on your product, you've decided on your service, you've decided on what it is that you're going to do, and you're not filtering yourself anymore. You've decided, you've written it down, and it will take some time. Sometimes it takes time to get clear on exactly what you want to do. Okay, this is definitely an area that I help clients with. It's getting clarity around what you want to do, because you've believed for too long that you can't do the thing you really want to do. So there's a lot of filtering going on that we have to get you to stop doing. Then we want to get people's attention, because you can have the best thing on the planet. You can be able to change everybody's life. But if nobody knows that you exist, then forget about it, okay? So you have to play your part. Now, I do believe that, yes, the universe will partner with you. However, you have to play your part, okay? You have to learn your side of things. So you need to show up every single day building an audience, whether it's on social media. In fact, for most of us, it will be social media. You're on social media every day, and we're so blessed. We're so blessed that we can use social media. Imagine starting a business, 40 years ago, 30 years ago, where you'd have to, I don't even know what you had to do. All kinds of things, basically. And now you can start by putting yourself out there on social media. And I see too many people hiding their light on social media. All of you on Instagram with your locked profiles or your private profiles, frankly, if you're a business owner, that is rubbish. If you're not a business owner, whatever. But if you are a business owner and your profile is private, that tells me immediately that you're not really that serious about building a business, okay? You might think you are, but you're still hiding. You're still cloaking yourself, and you're not quite you won't get where you want to go. No, you won't. If you don't have the courage. Jose, I shared a post. Are you embarrassed by your vision? Because if you are embarrassed by your vision, then just stop now. Go back to work, basically, because it's not going to work, okay? You need to own your vision. You need to own it, because if you don't own it, who the heck is going to own it for you? And as you start to own it, and you start to own the fact that you have something that can change people's lives, then you start building an audience around it, because it sounds, hello, whoever you are, because it's something. Actually, I haven't even been checking on Facebook if anybody is there speaking to me. Anyway, but yes, then it sounds, when you own it, then you can show up in the marketplace a heck of a lot more powerfully. Because some people say to me, or clients say to me, oh, but the marketplace is so full. Yes, it is, if you're hiding. If you're hiding, then yes, it's a very full place. But if you're not hiding, if you're willing to just do whatever it takes until it takes, then honey, there is no competition. There is no freaking competition, because there is nobody exactly like you. There is nobody like you. It's when you're trying to be like everybody else because you think that's what the marketplace wants from you, then yes, the marketplace is a very crowded place. But otherwise, there is no one like you. Show up and show us your crazy sides. Let us see you. Social media is such a place where you can be seen, where you can build an audience around yourself and around what it is that you want to put out there. You can start serving people immediately just by using social media, okay? So you start by building an audience. You need an audience. Nobody's going to build an audience for you. Start building an audience, okay? You have the opportunity to do it, do it. then you need to figure out what can I give them, because we want to take them. So you go where they are, go where they are. So what social media platform are they on? As well as what do you like to be on? There's no point being on a platform that you hate, basically. So where are they? Go be there, start communicating with them, write blogs, do whatever you need to do, write blogs, put together your quote images, do live streams like this, put videos together, put them out where your people are likely to be, invite them in to your world, call them to your profile, call them to your Facebook page, start getting their attention. But then also the next step, and this is where people sometimes drop the ball, because I know social media is there everywhere. And I know some people build really huge businesses just on social media. But I firmly believe that you also need to take them off social media and get as many as you can onto your own mailing list. How do you do that? You give something away for free, okay? Give something away for free. Now, if you're on the presentation, you'll see I'm showing you a landing page right here of what I use at the moment to capture people's attention. I create a landing page, and this is the other thing, because people get worried about the technical side of things. Oh, but I don't know how to do this, and I don't know how to do that. Honey, I didn't know how to do any of this stuff. I learned to do it, okay? And I started taking these areas serious. That's the thing. Sometimes people don't, I'm talking about, building a list here, and most people don't build a list. You talk about it forever with them, and it's like, have you done it yet? No. Why? Oh, well, I didn't know that. It's simple. It's simple in this day and age, and it only gets simpler to do these things. You don't need to be a tech crazy person to be able to do it. You just need to be able to post something on Facebook, to be able to put together a landing page, or put something on Instagram. And if you can do that, you can create a landing page where someone your free gift. If you're doing like e-commerce or something along those lines, then you could give a voucher for your stuff. Just yesterday, I signed up for some clothes people, I don't know, that saw some clothes that I really liked. So I signed up and they sent me out a voucher, ultimately for signing up. And I'm cool with that. So now they get to send me emails. They get to follow up with me. So I didn't buy nothing yesterday, but I looked at their clothing and I thought, I like that. I might not be ready today, but you don't know when I'll be ready. But if they hadn't captured me, I may never see them again. But now they can send me emails because I've given them my email address, because I wanted that voucher, because I liked what I saw. So I put my hand up a little bit. I didn't buy. And the other thing you need to understand is this, because it's like the first training program I bought from a coach, I had been on that person's list for 6 freaking years. Okay, this was all through going bankrupt to going depressed. I was on this person's list, and they continually sent me emails. Now, I'm not saying that every single person on your list is going to be there for 6 years without doing anything, but I was on this person's list. And then I threw down like 10,000 pounds at this person because they were consistent. How long have you been consistently communicating with people? How long have you been consistently communicating with people? Because I see people start business. Oh, last week. Oh my gosh, I haven't made any sales yet. Oh my God, nobody's paying any attention to me yet. Oh, please. Okay. It took you how long? For me, it took me 20 God knows what years, from school to secondary school to university to internship to finally becoming a pharmacist. And somehow, sometimes people think, oh, I'm just going to start my business in 3 seconds, and then it's going to work. And if it doesn't work, then it must never, ever, ever be possible to make it work. So I should just stop now. Please don't quit so freaking easily. Okay. So anyway, landing page. You have a landing page. Landing page where you're grabbing people's attention, grabbing people's contact details. If you're offline, you could decide that you want to get even more than just their email address. Okay, and then after that, what I like to do is the moment they sign up for my list, okay? The moment they sign up for my list, I've set it all up so that, and if you're on the Facebook page, you can see what I've set up here. Like the first thing that people see when they sign up for my Freedom book is the 5K collection. Okay, now these are programs that I put together showing people how to do affiliate marketing, showing people how to put together their own online digital product and sell it to get to 5K, as well as what to do in terms of praying, affirming, and receiving, because I firmly believe that you need both the inner work and the outer work in order to prosper, okay? So I put together 3 programs that I'd created, 1 more about the inner work and 2 more about the very practical things you need to do to get your own something out there. And I put it at a super low price, because they're just coming into my community. So I put together what I call the 5K collection. And so the moment they come through to my world, they get shown the 5K collection. Some will get it, some will not. From my perspective, this can help me with funding my advertising that I'm paying for to send people through that mini funnel. So I tell people about my book, okay, and I specify who it is for. Tell them about my book. They sign up for the book. They immediately get shown this is something else you can get. In the meantime, the book is being sent to their email address. Okay. Sometimes it goes to spam. That is so annoying. But anyway, yes, but that's a simple thing. Then immediately then I have created for myself a mini funnel where I have the opportunity to start making money. And not only that, I can start replacing because I do advertising, okay? I can immediately start replacing some of my advertising investment, okay? Immediately. Any one of you can do this. I know you might listen to me and be thinking, yeah, but how? I'll tell you how. But it's simple, though. That's the truth. I need you to understand this stuff, that building a business actually is quite simple. It's not easy, though. It's not easy. Not because of all the things you have to do. Because the things you have to do are fairly straightforward. The hard part is doing them consistently. The hard part is getting your mind in the right place to do them consistently. That is where people drop the ball, okay? Because the actual actions, they're easy. They're simple, definitely, okay? I don't like to use the word easy because, no, I never tell people that it's going to be an easy thing to build your business. Why? Because you're transitioning out of a conditioned life. You're trying to do something else. You suddenly, it's different from everything you've ever done. It's different from the way you were brought up. It's different from your conditioning. So yes, it's hard. It feels hard. It's just the way it is. But does that mean you can't do it? No, you can do it. Will you do it? That's the question you got to answer, man. Okay, so you can start making money immediately just by doing what I've already just explained here. So now what you want to do, now having set up this mini funnel, although can I say as well that entrepreneurship is not step by step by step. You don't do this and then you do this and then you do this. No, you do it all at the same time. So as much as I've put it in steps here, all of this stuff is happening all at the same time. Okay. Okay. So you're everywhere doing something. So I've already mentioned that you need to be building an audience. Well, now, particularly, you're telling people to come and join your list. You're telling people about the free thing you're giving away. And you're telling them in as many places as you can possibly think of. As many places as you can possibly think of. You're putting your content out there. So it's not just selling, or just, okay, join my list. No, you're also, inspiring them, educating them, empowering them, and also telling them where to get your stuff. Okay. And so you're telling them to go and join your list so that you can follow up with them. Just like I explained, seeing those close yesterday, I didn't buy immediately, but I know that if they continue following up with me, one of those days is going to be the day that I decide I'm going to go. I liked their stuff, okay? And the same thing will happen for you. Most people are expecting that, oh, well, everybody should just buy my stuff. And you can get, anyway, spirit-driven people, sometimes, man, you're putting all this wonderful, lovely sounding encouragement and inspiration. And yes, we should. But you're not telling people anything about what you want them to do next, because it's almost like, oh, I don't want to sell. Is your stuff good or not? Is it going to change someone's life or not? And if it is, tell them about it, okay? In as many different ways as you can. Get them on your list so you can tell them some more and follow up with them over and over and over and over again. And if you're on my list, you know that I do that, okay? So you're being everywhere and you're doing something to get people's attention, to get people onto your mailing list. You're doing it and 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 doing it. You use advertising is another way that I definitely use. Facebook ads, man, I've written thousands of the thing. Okay, you don't get emotional about your ads. You write the ad. If it don't work, you test, you tweak it, you move on. Okay, to the next one. You keep trying till you find one that works. You don't get emotional. Oh, for goodness sake. Come on, guys, we have to stay soft-hearted, but we also have to be seriously tenacious and resilient and relentless. So it's kind of a weird balance where you don't get hard, but you do get like, oh my God, I am in this to win this. Okay. I am in this to win this. So there's no, I know there are days when you're building a business when it feels like, oh my gosh, I don't know that I can do this. I get it. Okay. I get it. You've sent a request to be in my live video, Stephen. I'm not really sure what that means. Okay. I get it that sometimes it's really pretty darn hard. But at the same time, we need to learn. And I was saying this in the Opulent Circle yesterday to my clients, that there's certain things you just need to keep doing, regardless of how you feel on any given day. Because if you're only trying to build a business on the days that you feel good, you will never build a successful business. Let's just be clear about that. Never. If you're waiting until you feel inspired before you do things, you'll never build a successful business. And none of you would treat your job that way. So I'm not sure why we ever think that our business is going to grow if we're just waiting till we feel good about it before we do stuff. And then we get overly spiritual about things that, yes, everything is spiritual for sure, but it's just like, certain things you just need to do. That's all there is to it. So do it. So yes, I use advertising. I don't allow myself to get overly attached to it. Especially when I start a new ad, I am testing, tweaking, doing whatever I need to do until I find one that works. That's kind of it, okay, basically. And then if you're doing offline stuff, and this is how I started building my property business. When I started in property, I literally did leafleting. Me and the girls, me and my princesses in our pushchair, they were younger then, giving out leaflets everywhere until I found somebody else to do the leaflets for me. You do whatever you need to do. You put yourself in the newspaper, put yourself in trade magazines, get yourself out there so that you're getting your thing in front of more people, even if you're just getting people onto your list. Because if you get people onto your list, then you can follow up with them. But if you're not doing any of this stuff, you're not building an audience, you're not getting, come on, how can you build a business? How can you build a business? Find, if you're using Instagram, find out the nuances of Instagram, using hashtags, all of this stuff. So you start to build an audience. You cannot keep saying the same thing to the same 5 followers you have every single day and expect that your sales are going to increase. No, they won't. Okay, they won't. I know this is kind of obvious stuff, but sometimes it's not obvious, is it? So yes, use the postman or use your legs. I did direct mail as well. I used to buy lists. I don't do any of that anymore. I do most of my work online. However, I did do that. You get lists. You do whatever you need to do to get in front of more people. You decide the kind of people you want to get in front of. You get in front of them. Okay. Of course, if you're sending out direct mail and things like that, it will cost you more money, okay? Which is, again, why I like doing online stuff, and it's also a lot more immediate, basically. So yes, be seen offline. What can you go to networking events? Can you go and give talks? Where are your people hanging out? Go hang out, man. Go hang out with them. Go be where they are. Again, it's not something I like to do anymore, but when I started building my coaching business, that is exactly what I did and that was it. I didn't come out of that room until I had 2 numbers that I was going to call and have a free session with and get them into my business. Okay, so you need to have that kind of determination, that kind of focus, that kind of, you're giving the universe something to work with. You're giving the divine something to work with. This is what I want. This is what I have decided is happening. Not just wishy-washy. Oh, waiting on the will of the Lord. Come on. Okay, so be seen offline. Do whatever you need to do to be seen offline. If you choose to, you don't have to, but if you choose to, then go all out. Okay, none of this is half and half and half. Okay, and offer a way to serve people every single day. I think I've already kind of said that, but in some ways, my step-by-step plan makes it even seem more complicated than it is. Because the truth of the matter is, ultimately, you need to be growing your audience. I call it communicate, capture, and close. You need to be communicating every single day in some way with people. Okay, you need to be capturing them into your world. So you're growing. Not keep selling to the same people over and over and over again. Yeah, and then you need to also be offering something for sale every day to someone, somehow, somewhere. If you have to send them a private message, you shouldn't go to bed without offering something for sale at least once every day. And a lot of entrepreneurs, particularly online entrepreneurs, do, and they tell themselves that, I'm still building this and I'm just trying to do this back office thing over here. And if you're not offering something for sale every day, don't expect to sell every day. Okay, don't expect to make money. Don't expect to make money if you're not going to actually do the things that you need to do. I know I'm being like in your face, but I really want to get your attention here. Okay, you need to be offering something for sale every single day. Again, the question is what you're offering good or bad? If you think it can change lives, how dare you not offer it to them? How dare you not offer it to somebody somewhere every freaking day? Okay, so if you're a service or a service provider, if you're going to say you're providing a service, of course, that immediately offer somebody a quote or a consult or something. If you're not quite sure what to offer, then offer them a quote or a consult. So for me, after people sign up for my list, they get access to the 5K collection. Okay, you're so right. I know, right? And yet lots of people don't. And I did it for a very long time. I wasn't offering anything every day. I was just kind of being sweet and nice and kind. Oh, yes, and then people would love your content and they'll be all liking you and liking you and liking you. But yeah, liking you doesn't feed your family, okay? It doesn't feed your family. So if you're going to keep this whole thing going, you need to go beyond just getting likes and comments and on all those social media things that people are looking for. That doesn't actually mean that you're able to pay the bills. Okay, anyway, so offer some way to serve. If you're a coach or something, your immediate one is obviously get them on the phone so that you can start seeing if you can get people into your coaching practice. And the thing about that is that it's also market research, guys. If any of you can get people on the phone, get people on the phone, speak to them, find out what is going on, find out kind of thing that is going on in their mind. It will help you in communicating with them in a way that they will hear you anyway. Okay, so don't avoid the phone if you can. Just get on the phone with people. And if you're not sure what else to do, then just tell them to get on the phone with you. That will be a start. That will give you some ideas as to what can I sell these people. Okay, that will actually help them. And yes, and put together that product. So for me, the 5K collection, I reduced the price so much that it's because it's the first time they're coming across me. I don't expect them to spend, $5,000. Okay. So at the same time, because I reduced it so much, it's an easy decision for people to make. And then they start to sample what is possible when they work with me. Okay, so think about that. So when people sign up for your list, what can you offer them immediately that can start to change their lives, that can start to expose them to your work or your product or whatever? Start to think about that stuff or get them on the phone. People start to feel your energy. That is always a great place to start. Okay, then you follow up like your life depends on it, because guess what? Your life does. Okay, your business does anyway, not necessarily your life, but your business does depend on follow-up. It depends on follow-up. Most of the people that are going to buy from you are hardly ever going to buy from you immediately. The more clear you get on your messaging, the more clear you get on what you have to say to the world, on sharing your voice boldly and confidently, yes, you'll have more and more people that go straight to buying stuff from you. But to begin with, if you're still kind of shy, I'm not sure what to say, that stuff, if you're still doing that, then they need follow-up. Okay, they need to be for us to serve people. So be willing to do these things that I'm talking about here. Be willing to do this stuff. Okay, so what's the ugly little secret that separates world-class, super successful business heroes from clueless, making no money business zeros? That's a long sentence right there. This is it, and I've already kind of mentioned it. They work hard on their vision. You work hard, or most people, I'm not going to say you specifically, but most people work hard on other people's visions. Most people work very hard on other people's visions and wonder why they do not go forward, wonder why nothing changes for them. The people who win are the people who work hard on their own vision, who face down the self-doubt and the fears and the, oh, is this ever going to work for me? Should I even bother? Oh, no, all of that stuff. They face it down and they do the work anyway. Those are the people who win, okay? Those are the people who win. So the question I would ask you is, whose vision are you working hard on? Because you're working hard. I know you are. You are in this community. I know in this community we work hard. We are hard workers. We're sometimes even quite proud of the fact that we're hard workers. And there's nothing wrong with that. But whose vision are you working on? That is the question I want to ask you. Whose vision are you working hard on? And I've already kind of mentioned this, but I'm going to be very clear with you. The 3 crazy simple things you need to do to make money every single day. Show up and tell them who the heck you are and how you can help them. Collect their contact details one way or the other. Okay, I call that capturing. Offer something for sale. invite them to buy something from you. You have no control. Yeah, you can get all great sales training and all this stuff, and you can make your conversions better. But when it comes down to it, you don't completely control whether they're going to say yes or no. What you do control is whether you tell them about it or not. Okay. And the more people you tell about it, the more likely you are to make a sale. If you don't tell people about things, you're not likely to make a sale. And if you do this consistently, those three things, communicate, capture, close, and I would add, as a spirit-driven soul, that I should go without saying that you're connected to source in the middle of all of this. So you're taking intuitive action, right? Basically. So that goes without saying, right? And if not, then yeah, that's kind of part of the thing here. You will. I cannot give you a timeline, but you will make 6 figures in your business. If you will do these things consistently, the 5 things close consistently. Do not get caught up in, oh, it's going to work. Is it not? Please, that is time wasting. Stop trying to find all the latest, greatest new strategies. Just do what you know to do over and over and over and over again until you get the results that you want. If you could just hear me say this, you will save yourself years of time. Most people won't hear me though. So what are the 5 profit killing mistakes I said I was going to share with you? 1, you're blending in. You're trying to be, it's like when I transitioned out of being a pharmacist, I was trying to hide in the dispensary except in my business. So I was blending in, being the same as everybody else around me. Nobody sees you when you're doing that anyway. So just don't do that. Stop trying to blend in. Stop hiding. Play full out. If you're going to do this thing, do this thing. Okay. Next, you're listening to and you're spending time serving the wrong people. First and foremost, you're asking your friends and family who have never built a business in their life. You're asking them. Do you know that's one of the biggest reasons? I remember putting some statistics together once, and I think it was number 5 on the list, that one of the biggest reasons why people fail is because they ask their family and friends for advice. Why would you ask people who have never done it before and then listen to them? It's kind of crazy, but people do that. So that's number 1. That's one thing. But the other side of it is that you're spending time serving. Now, some of you are spirit-driven people. You're in a religious organization where you're spending a heck of a lot of time giving away your gifts. Nothing wrong with that if that's what you feel called to do. But some of you have been so conditioned into feeling that this is the way you get to do it. And you don't even realize that actually, you do know that you're called to a bigger marketplace or to a bigger arena. But you're waiting for your pastor or your leader or your whoever to tell you that you now have permission to do it. So you're spending all your time, all of your spare time, all of your energy serving people you're not actually called to serve. And it's frustrating you, but you think that you need to work out the frustration and that, you need to be holy and good and nice, instead of recognizing, no, this is not the place of your calling. Get out into the actual world. And some of that is just fear that is stopping you from doing that. But you're telling yourself, oh, no, I need to be nice and kind to all my friends and family and these friends around me here. Come on. You're called to something more. If you don't give yourself permission to rise up, who the heck is going to? You keep spending time. You're going to spend your whole life serving the wrong people. Okay. And you're listening to that part of you that says, I'm called to something more. Instead, you're telling yourself that is your pride. I did that for so long. I was telling myself, I'm too proud. I just need to keep doing this. My pastor will tell me when I'm ready. And this and that and the other. Again, you're spending time serving the wrong people. Okay, you're trying to do it all alone. So either you're spending time with the wrong people, or you're trying because the truth is you've always been slightly different from the people around you, whether it's your family or that you've always felt slightly different. Okay, I definitely was that person that always felt like I didn't quite fit. I used to start these presentations by saying I was never African enough and I was never English enough. Obviously, I'm not white, but I never felt black enough. And in fact, my family would say that I'm a white person in black skin. Or something. I've never felt as if I belonged completely anywhere. Okay. But then you start judging yourself by all the people around you. So you start to think there's something wrong with you. But the truth of the matter is that there's 7.5 or whatever billion people on the planet. You are trying to make yourself the same as the 10 people or so that are around you right now, when actually you're called to a bigger audience. You're called, even your friends may not be in your immediate circle right now. but you're trying to define yourself by everybody around you instead of recognizing, no, trust yourself enough to know that this isn't you. This isn't where you fit, and it's okay. It's okay to start showing up as you so that actually the people you're supposed to do life with find you. Okay? Okay, so you're trying to do it alone. Don't do it alone. I know when I got serious about building my business, I went and I got myself in with a coach. I paid, as I said, 10K out that I didn't have. Okay, I got myself into debt, but I was determined that that money is coming back to me. And so, yes, it did. Okay, within that first 18 months. So you're trying to do it alone, stop it. That will kill your profits, because at some point you'll start telling yourself that what they're telling you, or they say you're too much, you start thinking you are actually too much. No, you're not. You're just different, and there's nothing wrong with that. In fact, it's absolutely essential that the world sees that difference. If you're called to a big vision, it's going to go beyond just your physical form. You need to start training your mind, reprogramming yourself to stop living just by what you see, your physical reality. You need to start walking by faith. Okay, this is not something that you just talk about and sing about in your religious organization. No, this is real. If you're going to live out a bigger life than you have to date, it's going to take more than what you've done to date. It's going to take more than living from your experiences or even the experiences of people around you. You need to train yourself to think a heck of a lot bigger and to allow more prosperity into your life. I started this by singing about being a clear channel for prosperity. One of the ways you become a clear channel for prosperity is allowing yourself to dream bigger than big. Seriously. So get over this whole trying to live from what you can see with your eyes. We call ourselves spirit-driven people. We're supposed to walk by faith. Okay. And I don't mean faith in a particular religion. You know what I mean, right? It cannot, you need to be living from the inner vision, not from the, what's happening in the government and what's happening in my country and look at all those people all around me. No, you set the tone, honey. You need to set the tone from something inside of you, and that takes training. Spiritual people, you don't spend enough time training your faith muscle. It is a muscle. It is a skill, actually, to hold the vision. It doesn't come naturally to everyone. We just somehow think that, I gave my life to Jesus, or whatever your version of having a spiritual awakening is, basically. And so now everything should just be, no, you're still you. You still have to retrain yourself, okay? You still have to retrain yourself to be willing and ready to stay the course. Because one of the biggest reasons why people quit or don't even start or procrastinate is simply because there's a deeper voice inside of you saying, you can't do that. How dare you think you can do that? And until you're the voice that says, yes, I can. My vision is my permission. Until that voice is louder, you'll always be on the fence, in and out and in and out, start, stop, start, stop. That doesn't build a business, honey. It doesn't. Okay? Okay, so you need to train your brain to achieve the impossible. Again, you think you need more permission. I've already kind of said this. Your vision is your permission. The moment you had that picture in your mind of what you wanted to create and build, it was yours to create and build. You are capable of your calling. Just make a start and stay on course until what you see outside is what you saw inside. Okay? What else? You think it should be easy. I've already kind of said this 20 million times, but there's this whole spirit thing. There's a spiritual magic button that if I pray this particular way, or I write these affirmations this many times with this particular energy, and yes, these things work, but not on their own. And not if you're begging and pleading from a place of, I don't think I can get it, but if I pray hard enough, then maybe. No, it's never going to work. Okay, there is no spiritual magic button. It's not easier for you because you're spiritual or that you're connected to God or any of that stuff. It's not going to be easier for you in that way. Yes, it can be smoother because you start listening to your intuition, but again, if you're living from your physical reality, you probably don't have the faith to listen to your intuition. So you need to be developing that faith muscle, okay? Because yes, it can be easier, but for most people, when you're transitioning, you haven't built enough confidence in yourself yet. So you just need to be doing the both, the inner and the outer work, the inner and the outer work, and keep moving forward. Okay? Okay? So this is it. If you're done with holding back, if this, what I'm saying here, in some way inspired you, or you can see that it's possible for you, because it is possible for anybody that sets their mind to it, okay? Then I have something for you, okay? I have something for you, and it is called the Business Hero Bootcamp, okay? It's called the Business Hero Bootcamp. The Business Hero Bootcamp, okay? And we're going to go over 6 modules where I'm going to break down everything we've talked about today and make it very clear for you. What I like to do is give you a little bit of something to do every day. So 5 days on, 2 days off, you'll get something from me. We will be going over every single thing you need to do. The first module is where we're talking about the distinctiveness of you, the major mistake you're making in attracting clients or customers or recruits, how to attract the right people, discovering your purpose, all of that stuff. We'll be looking at that in the first module. I think that's the first 5 days, because the modules are not just run by weeks. There's 6 modules in an 8-week period, and you'll be getting something every day, 5 days a week. 2 days you'll have off to catch up on what you haven't done. Okay, so the first module is the distinctiveness of you. The second module is social media that makes you money. So we'll be looking at what you need to do on each platform in order to actually grow an audience on that platform and make money from that platform, because it's not just about likes and shares, and these things are good, okay, but it's not just about that. You also need to make sure that you're converting people, followers into buyers ultimately, or else it's just you, I don't know, messing around. So we'll be talking through the different platforms of social media. Each day you'll get a different one. You can then pick which one do I want to focus on. I wouldn't say one, I'd say be on a few of them, but you will know now how exactly what to do on Facebook, what to do on Instagram, Pinterest, Twitter. These are places that I've been. These are places that I've got clients from. So I'll show you exactly what to do. These are places that I've worked with clients to support them in doing. Come on, the world needs us spirit-driven souls to arise, please. I get passionate about this. But yes, stop hiding, stop playing small, stop pretending that somehow there's that magic button thing because you're spiritual and you prayed enough. No, it's time to get very practical. Okay, very practical about the things that need to happen on a daily basis to make this work. And this Business Hero Bootcamp will support you in doing this. Okay, so social media that makes you money. We're going to be looking at that in the second module. In the third module, it's about capturing their attention. We'll be looking at getting their, sorting out all the funnel that I mentioned, and the lead magnet. I think in this module is we're going to be looking at that. What I'm going to do as a free giveaway, set it all up, get it all organized, get it all done. Sometimes you have to do more than one. I'll give you different suggestions for how to do that, so you're getting people all the time into your mailing list, into your audience, growing all the time. Okay, we're going to be looking at setting up the funnel. Okay, so this is a technical bit that people get a bit nervous about, but I am not a technical person. I learned to do things, and I make it even simpler these days. Even simpler than it used to be, because there's always new gadgets coming out that you can use to simplify your life. And so all of that will be covered in Business Hero Bootcamp. We'll be getting it all set up as simply as possible. The next module is getting more eyeballs on your offers. Okay, so now that we've set up the funnel and done all of that side of things, you learned how to use social media and all of that stuff, we're now going to be going out. I'll be giving you all kinds of ideas on how to do your advertising, okay, whether it's search advertising or whether it's Facebook advertising. Okay, you'll be looking at making connections that generate leads, all of that stuff, getting people to look at what you have on offer. I'll be sharing with you a Facebook sales formula that tends to work. Okay, and the final module is speaking and writing to sell. So let's talk about blogging. Let's talk about creating content. Let's talk about all of that stuff. Let's talk about sales letters. Let's talk about all the things that you need to get your stuff out there, making money for you. Okay, so we'll be covering every single thing you need to generate sales. We'll even cover things like networking and, doing talks and things like that, or whether it's offline talks or online talks. We're going to be covering all of this stuff in the Business Hero Bootcamp over an 8-week period of time. We'll be going through these 6 modules together. And as a bonus, you'll be getting 8 clear months, 8 months within the opulent circle, because what I don't want to have happen is that you learn all of this stuff, and it's a lot of stuff. The learning curve can be quite steep when you're starting out in business, like for anything anyway, when you're learning something new. I don't want you to then do it and then just be left on your own to figure stuff out. No. For 8 months, you will be in the opulent circle with me, okay? Where in that group, you can come with questions, you come with whatever you need, whatever you want to find out. I ask you to do daily check-ins in there so you're held accountable to continually moving forward. And so for 8 months, so the program lasts for 2 months, but you get another 6 months on top of that with me in the circle to support you in getting your business working. And not only that, you'll get access to a whole library, because I am a prolific creator. I'm a prolific creator. I'm a spiritual advisor. I'm a prosperity minister. I have created a heck of a lot of spiritual growth programs, personal growth programs, and business growth programs, which you will have access to within the circle. Okay, from the second month, I want the first month you to focus in on Business Hero Bootcamp, but after that, you get access to over 75 business, spiritual, personal training programs that I continually increase, because I am that person. I whatever I'm learning, I'm sharing with people in the circle, because it's important that we spirit-driven souls are immersed in, especially if of us have stories. We have these stories that keep us from our true destiny. Okay. And the only way we're going to get out of those stories is immersing our minds in different ways of thinking, being, and acting. You cannot come into the circle and stay the same, because you will be immersed in new ideas, new ways of thinking. You'll suddenly realize that some of the things that you thought you were odd and weird about is exactly right for you. So you'll stop denying your own heart and start realizing that actually, this is what you're called to. So you'll have access to all of these programs, and they will change your mind. They will change the way you're acting in the world, okay? You'll be part of a private group with me and with a few other people as well. You will be able to ask any questions. You'll be held accountable to your vision for that 8-month period. How much faster do you think your business will grow if you have this support in place? So as I said, 8 months as part of the circle. And then you also get a bonus module, because some people come into these programs with me and they don't really know what they want to sell yet. So that is something else that I will be doing with you, is you get a bonus module, which is about deciding the product or the service, or even you might be thinking about how can I increase what I'm doing already. So you get different ideas or different models that you can add to what you're currently doing in order to have more to offer people, okay? I have an incredible number of income streams coming through to me, and I will be showing you exactly how that works, okay? So you get that as an extra bonus. And then also for people that choose to join the Business Hero Bootcamp in this intake, you will be getting a one-on-one business breakthrough session with me personally, one-on-one, okay? So as long as there's only so many I can do one-on-one with, so the quicker you join in, the better. Ultimately, if you're on Instagram, it is in my link, the link in my bio. You can go over there and join in. And if you're on Facebook, I am just putting the link in here for you right about now. It's just rosemarynonnynight.com business/business hero boot camp. Okay, so you go and have a look at that. Okay, so you get those bonuses as a result of joining in before we close. I don't keep these things open for very long, so you have probably maximum about 4 days to decide. So if you're sitting on the fence, I don't like people that are, think too much, because you've been thinking already for a very long time and it hasn't really got you anywhere. So there's such a thing as overthinking, and that doesn't work. Okay, I learned this the hard way myself, so I know. This is why I talk about the deliberate life now. I lived passively, now I live very deliberately. I know what I want, and I know that I'm making sure that every single thing I do in some way is taking me towards my goal. And it's not just about business, it's about every area of my life, okay? And I act fast, faster than a heck of a lot of people would ever want me to act, but I act pretty dang fast. And that's the kind of people I want to attract into my world. When you know or you sense that something is right for you, you move your butt. So who is this for? Just to be very clear, if you're in network marketing, this will help you. If you're a coach, a counselor, a teacher, a service provider of any kind, whether it's a beautician or whatever, you're looking for more clients, this will help you. Okay, in e-commerce, as long as you have some kind of a message inside of you that you are willing to show up for every single day, okay, then yes. If you're trying to hide behind your products, then no, don't come. But if you are willing to be that spirit-driven leader and show up on social media, then this will help you sell more of your stuff. Okay, whether if you're an author or a songwriter, you're done with waiting for somebody to discover you, then this will help you. Okay, if you have a message, you want to build your own platform and monetize it using things like affiliate marketing, so you're selling somebody else's stuff, this will help you. If you have a message, you want to start up a ministry, this will work for you too. Oh gosh, it's about to kick me off. Ultimately, that is Instagram is going to kick me off, so I'll say bye-bye to you guys over there and I'll carry on here on Facebook. Okay, but this is it. Whatever it is that you're willing to do, as long as you're willing to do the work, okay, you're not going to be sitting there waiting and hoping that somebody else is doing it for you, then this will work for you. Okay, go and join in. Okay. I don't know what's happened on Instagram right there. It's ended. And so yes, you can get access to this, in case you're wondering about the pricing, at that price that is right there on the screen, right there staring at you. I probably shouldn't have added this on here because I might change it for the next time. But you know what? Hey, it is. Here it is. So that is the pricing for you. Go and look on the page as well. You get all the information. You will know whether it's right for you. Do not delay. You only have a few days to join in. I'm looking for those who are willing and determined to change things. So go over to rosemarynonnyknight.com/business hero bootcamp. It is your time, my loves. It is your time. And I'm looking forward to working with you. This work that I do here, and why I price it at the prices that I do, because I'm called to, I call it Project 334K. I'm called to at least 334,000 people all over the world. I don't want exchange rates and things like that to get in the way, but I will never give things away completely for free, because I need you to actually step up to your vision. So don't be giving me the reasons of time or money or any of that stuff, because it is available to you if you are serious. I had someone asking me, oh, please pray and find out if you should give me help for free. No. What, you think the divine is going to tell me to give you something for free that I have invested all of my life in? No, honey. Invest in yourself. Choose to make the choice to go after your vision. What I'm offering here is like nothing you will see anywhere. I know it without a shadow of a doubt, because I've paid out over 100,000 to get some of the stuff that I'm giving for a fraction because of my vision. So if you're done with playing small, if you're done with whatever it is that you're doing to while away time, if you're ready to stop dabbling and start going big in your business and making 6 figures or more, then honey, it's rosemarynonnyknight.com/business hero bootcamp. Until the next time, my loves. In fact, you know what? I will finish with our affirmation about being a clear channel, and then we will end. Share this with someone else, because it's information that people can use. Needs us to make our dent on this planet. Come on. Come on. No, that's not it. I am a clear channel. I am a clear channel. I am a clear channel for prosperity. I am a clear channel. I am a clear channel. I am a clear channel for abundance. I win, I win. I am born to win. I win, I win, I win. I win, I win. I am born to win. I win, I win. much, much, much amazing love, my loves. Until the next time, share, 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 and bye.